this event. Talking about all the pressure that they felt getting out of the RMR, they barely scraped through it. We heard Dexter saying that now that pressure is alleviated as they get themselves into the major itself.
And you add into that, you go back even further, and you go back to the win at the ESL Challenger event in Atlanta, and I mean, even that is going to be obviously a talking point too, because
I like his tattoos a lot.
Beat in that grand final
That's
back
a
in
Eugene's
Atlanta
tattoo,
as well.
no?
But you now have a couple elements of where this project of Dexter coming back with all of his European experience, in-game leading for Maus, being able to bring it back to his home country, to the lesser experienced teams, a new philosophy of playing, and it's coming to fruition at a perfect moment for them.
Yeah, well, for Big, this is a team that went flawlessly through the RMR. It's a team that haven't necessarily had the best year, right? Their results have been quite rocky. I don't think this roster's clicked the way they would have wanted, but when it comes to the most important time of the year, they get 3-0 through the RMRs. They're now
don't be worried about Risha.
He's
a Lana now.
And this has to feel like a very winnable game for Big to be 2-0 at the end of the day here in
Online stats down, LAN stats up.
It seems like he's the one taking a lot of the talking time in that huddle as well.
Yeah.
You know, one of the newer recruits into the team, and
Reagan,
kind of being sort of an emotional guy, putting some smiles, getting everyone happy and ready to go and focus, and trying to alleviate some of that pressure. So yeah, going to be a big test. I hate it. It's going to be a test for Big, a test of a certain quality.
A large test.
A large test. Some would say.
Yes. A sizable quest as they go up against the Flies. Now, we have got an opportunity here to see the Australians go 2-0 up too. That's the craziest thing to think about. This is a Fly quest that everyone underestimates, and the pressure is certainly off them now. They're 0.
Right.
They're not a favorite. You know, at the RMR, they absolutely are a favorite to make it through for the region, but at this major, they are considered one of the weaker teams. And so when you go up against Big in a 1-0 game, you didn't expect to be here. This could be Fly quest at the end of day one.
We need this.
2-0.
And it'd be great for this scene. I think the Australian teams that always come in are like easy teams to kind of root for from that underdog perspective, because it is a tough region to make it out of and kind of break into things. And remember, I mean, I think the only times we've really seen Australian teams in major playoffs and kind of making deeper runs is you go back to Katowice 19, the major that ESL ran, and Starlighter Berlin later on that year as well. So yeah, it'd be really cool to see a team, and not just an Australian team, but a team of like a new generation of Australian players. I haven't seen that in a bit.
Well, we are going to go to Nuke. So that is the match we've got here. Big will start on the CT side.
Okay, that's good.
How do you feel about Nuke in the series for FlyQuest?
Big Nuke.
I think when I look at this,
an OG classic, but not recently.
Think of the big side of things, and then kind of all the preparation they have, and obviously some of that's gone away with Gabi no longer being the coach. But I think this is going to be a really nice map for them to kind of decide this on. And they've played each other a bunch this year. I think they've played each other in like 2 or 3 series, 2 best of ones as well. Big has won everything except for that grand finals.
Today's the most important day.
That's the one series that they lost, which has got to be a little bit painful. But Big is usually on top of this particular matchup going head-to-head.
BO1s can go either way.
But
if you lose 2 BO1s today, you woke up on the wrong foot.
And now at the major,
you have to win 3 best of 3s and all elimination.
But we're only a few moments away from getting into the game here for the second.
You better are here this morning.
And I mean, it's hard to tell too, because I think like the FlyQuest we sort of saw against Complexity this morning was like a confidently like a level above, a level or 2 above Complexity. So I mean, that's also one thing you have to take into account, is this might not be the same FlyQuest that we're used to. Obviously, a lot of people putting in 0-3s for whatever that's worth, but you know, a team that you didn't really expect going into that to be so dominant.
His hair's
they're going to be heavy underdogs against a Complexity team, and individually showed up. And I think that comes back to that confidence angle, where once these players get some wind beneath their sails, once they get that kind of feeling and momentum that they're actually accomplishing and performing the way they should be, let's see what they've got now, because this is a beatable team as well in Big.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you look at Big as a squad, though, who is the standout star of this team? That is the question.
Searson right now.
Searson